You're watching Urban TV.
You are still watching the Press Digest on Urban Today. My name is Joshua Poro. I'm here with Gaetano Kegwe. Sorry, Kegwe or Kagwa? I was pronouncing your name in English.
You move on.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we have been taking a look at the New Vision, which is Uganda's leading daily. And on page 12, it says, we shall have fair polls with or without the reforms. That is the Electoral Commission. You know, the opposition has so much been fronting for electoral reforms, blah, blah, trying to get some things in place. And you know, there's been a lot of contradiction in campaign. If you recall, when we're having our live broadcast from Namave, the Deputy NRM Secretary General talked about a couple of things whereby we're trying to look at whether government officials should resign when they're going to stand for political positions, or they should just ask for leave of office, not paid, unpaid leave from office to go and participate in politics. In case they did not go through, then they can come back and occupy their offices. In case they go through, then it can be vacated. So what do you think about that?
I think that's a very good idea.
They should just ask for leave of office.
Absolutely.
Well, then when they go, they give somebody another opportunity to get experience.
Absolutely. I think it would be a fantastic idea. But hey,
they'll be fine anyway.
What I think doesn't matter, I guess.
Really?
Let's go to international
They
news.
just had of what you think.
International news very quickly here now. Some stories here that I want to point out. First and foremost, Nigeria poll goes into second day. This is on page 17. Voting in Nigeria's 10th election since the end of the military rule in 1999 spilled into a second day yesterday after technical glitches hit voter ID machines and Islamist Boko Haram militants killed more than a dozen people in drive-by shootings. This, of course, the most populous state in Africa, the most populous country in Africa, and they're having elections.
You know what I like about electronic voting? It always fails.
Somehow.
Ask the Kenyans.
I mean, really. Speaking of Kenya, Kenya minister steps aside. A fifth Kenyan government minister vacated her post yesterday, 3 days after President Uhuru Kenyatta said officials cited in reports by anti-corruption watchdog should step aside pending investigation. Bravo, Uhuru. Bravo.
When will this ever take place here?
We need to take a page from this. This is groundbreaking.
Actually, we need to cut out that thing and send it as a letter to somebody.
I'm telling you, this is fantastic. And the last international story here that I want to give, of course, sad news continues to come out from the crashed plane by the co-pilot.
Yeah,
now, apparently, the co-pilot says here, co-pilot promised spectacular act. And his girlfriend came out to say in an interview, basically, that he said that one day I am going to do something that will change the whole system and everyone will know my name and remember me.
Was he playing a love game with people's lives?
Well, he had his issues. There's lots of speculation about his state of health and all of that. So
what, he wanted to fly a bigger plane? Can you imagine, because you wanted to fly a bigger one, you crashed a small one?
Crazy.
So how does it help at the end of the day?
And 150 people dead, but hopefully the system does change regardless.
You know,
all right.
In my religion, we don't judge, but I'm sure this dude headed straight to hell.
Anyway. Okay, let's go to your Daily Monitor very quickly. And on the front page of the Daily Monitor, it says Museveni gives away Nachivubo. It says here, the president says the stadium should be given to an investor to redevelop it since it is in a sorry state and is banned from hosting international games. Find more about that on page number 4.
Okay, you know, this thing of giving stuff to investors, someone drew a cartoon when President Museveni asked the Kenyan Airways to come and pick him, and then they declined and he ended up using Ethiopia, and then they drew a cartoon and said that President Museveni was now regretting the privatization of the Uganda Airlines.
Investors, please come and help Nachivubo.
Now, next time, we shall need a stadium for where the Uganda Cranes can play, and Nachivubo won't be there because the investor
will say no.
He will say no. You know,
also, on the front page of your Daily Monitor, Palm Sunday. Christians mark start of Holy Week. Lots of them holding palms in their hands.
Did you hold any palm
You get that?
yesterday?
Holding palms in their hands.
I like that.
Let's see what else is happening here in your Daily Monitor. Yes. Public reacts to Billy Ocean show prices. As you know, Billy Ocean will be coming to Uganda. Fantastic. There's a story there about the prices. Whitaker, Forrest Whitaker, international Hollywood actor.
Yeah, the
to
last king of
build-
Scotland.
The last king of Scotland, exactly. Whitaker to build peace center in Gulu.
No, it's in Gulu.
Sorry,
Can you say Gulu?
in Gulu. In
not
Gulu.
Gulu.
In Gulu.
Yes,
To
good.
build health centers in Gulu. Teach me something else. Hmm? And then we have Uganda is like a baby shop, says General Aronda. The Minister of Internal Affairs, General Aronda, has said Uganda is turning into a baby shopping center where children are at risk of being trafficked under the guise of being taken to foreign countries for adoption.
Did he call Uganda a baby shop?
A baby. We're a little baby. What other
These generals, what these generals are not doing.
And for those of you who did not know, very quickly, the last story maybe I can touch on is Lupita in Kampala to
Nyong'o.
shoot Queen of Katwe.
By the
That's
way.
on page number 18.
Did you know that she's Luo?
She's Luo.
Yep.
Yeah. I must say, I met her, and I think she's a lovely
Did
lady.
you take a selfie with
I
her?
took a picture with her, a selfie with her, I had a chat with her. I even hugged her. Rather, she hugged me.
I like being you, man. I like being you.
So get your copy over there, Daily Monitor. Get more of the stories.
Yeah. And next time you'll hear Joshua Porter is in the country. You know, I took a selfie with him and blah, blah, blah. And of course, in the usual, Bookhead, the newspaper, on the first page, ababi batabukide wo musubize owo mu kikubo gwe bazinze ne bekuba masasi. Thieves met at this guy's place.
And started shooting each other.
Yeah, they had all gone to rob.
He never
So they decided, they thought the other guy was the Askari, the other one was the Askari. Then they
Let them kill each other.
yeah, three of them died in the process, of course. Owechire bamukwatidde mu lutiiko e Lubaga. I saw this guy waving a palm somewhere. Now he's in the, I think he was a Mufere.
Yes. Even me, I saw him waving a palm.
Yes, and still, of course, that's
Is it this him?
Exactly. He's
Here he is in the morning time waving a palm.
Yeah, he
and
was-
then here he is being arrested.
he was already arrested. With even his palm was arrested. His palm was arrested, but because he looked suspicious, I think he looked like one of those. Yeah.
Okay.
And then of course the story of the Abasubizi, the Omusubizi, continues on page 3. About B Betty Dwa Omusubizi. The details are right there. And then of course on page 3, my most precious page, Katonda Yampa figure. Nachimara Katonda Yampa figure. And then of course that and so much more in the book that you can just get yourself a copy at 1,000 Ugandan shillings. And Guy, as usual, before we close this chapter, you have to give me the beats so that we can welcome Malaika back on stage.
I think, what are the beats? What beat do you like again?
All you have to say is atoti. Aneno nyako moro mielo kode nyinge nga.
Atoti.
Nyako moro beyo kode nyinge nga.
Atoti.
Nyako moro mielo kode nyinge nga.
Atoti.
Atoti sudu kae kode miel koda.
Atoti.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Atoti Sudikai,
Kode miel koda.
Atoti.
Mara atoti sudu kae kode miel koda.
Atoti.
This way, that way. Nyako ni irama wi.
Atoti.
Kiss me. Nyako ni irama miel bo.
Atoti.
First of all, what does Atoti mean?
Atoti is the name of someone, just like saying Malaika.
Hey, but me, I'm Atwoki.
Atwoki.
Yeah, so Atwoki. Hey, guys. I'm sorry, that was just too dope. Guys, high five me on that one.
High five her. Oh, this is our thing. Why? Don't high five her. Sure.
You've missed
You're
the
real
blessing.
big brothers who just like bullying your party too.
You've missed the lower blessing, but anyway.
Guys,
you do.
that was, I like that. Always end the press digest like that. Now, the press digest, the news today was interesting. Number one, Okwelaga with Lupita. Look at this. Can you imagine a grown man? Can you introduce me to her?
You want an intro? I have her
She's
number.
got an inspiration.
She
I mean,
is, she
an
is.
Yeah, she
overnight
is.
success. One minute she really worked hard for where she is, but not as hard as other people.
No, not as hard as we're still working.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
But my favorite story of everything you guys have been reading about is that headline: NSSF stuck, more stuck.
It's 7 billion.
With
And
17
By the way,
billion.
do you
I
know that
can't
of all these
tell
7
them
billion,
what to
I only
do
need
with that
100
7
million. Only 100.
Let me give me 6.5 billion. I will show you how to reallocate it into my account.
Ugandans, are you seeing how poor people are? You are here. Give me a just say you want 1 billion. You want
No. I don't want 1 billion. I only want 100 million and put it to use, to proper use.
Okay.
Well,
I
guys,
don't need a billion.
thank you so much for the press digest. Me, that 7 billion will be mine. But let's go straight into the weather. so we find out what's happening. P.S. It's raining.
I told
Hey, we're still on our song. We're still dancing here in the studio. Anyway, you're still watching Urban Today, and now we're going to find out for you who's at home trying to figure out how am I going to get a job, what jobs are out there. Well, we use this opportunity to find out by getting your grind on.
Get Your Grind On is brought to you by Horeb Services Uganda Limited.
Well, with Get Your Grind On, we'd like to inform you that you should not just sit there, waiting for things to happen for you. You should actually go out and make them happen. So it's time for us to find out what is happening in Get Your Grind On today. And we always say, good things happen to those who what? Hustle, not wait. Get Your Grind On today. We have Marie Stops International. The job title is ICT Officer. The email applications to vacancies is msiuganda@mariestops.org. The deadline is April 2nd. So make sure you write that down, MSIUGANDA. So that's MSIuganda@mariestops.org. And the deadline is 2nd of April. So that has been Get Your Grind On. Yes. So as always,
Get Your Grind On was brought to you by Horeb Services Uganda Limited.
Well, now it's time for us to find out what was in history, but today. And soon, Gaetano Kagwa will be history. But let's find out what happened on the 30th of March a few years back. So 30th of March, the year is going to be 1892. My God. So we have Lugard managed to persuade Mwanga to return from German territory where he had taken refuge, to Mengo on the 30th of March 1892 and to take a new treaty. Wow, that is actually quite powerful. I did not know that. I hope this is also a new piece of history that you either knew or did not know, but hey, that's for you to find out. And now it's time for one of our favorite segments, mine as well. It's time for something that makes you say, I wonder, is that so for real? So let's see what's in Is That So? Is That So for today says, a doctor intentionally overdosed himself on cocaine, wow, just to write down the last minute experience of the drug before death. Oh my God, that is too much dedication to your work. Literally, he committed suicide for the gain of the rest of humanity. So that people can know what happens. If you do not know what actually happens, then I guess you can Google and find out more. But this is someone who's taken his job to a whole other level. Well, that has been Is That So? History Today and Get Your Grind On. It's now time for us to move on to something else. Right after this break, we'll be talking about Kavera Ban.
You're watching Urban TV.